From Egypt's modern architectural marvel to the world's tallest building and beyond, the Middle East has become the ultimate destination for record-breaking skyscrapers. And now the region is ready to surpass the 1-kilometer height barrier, setting the marker for what's possible with modern engineering and architecture. Don't miss out as we explore 11 of the tallest skyscrapers defining skylines in the Arab world. Starting with the tallest skyscraper in the world. There are tall buildings, and then there's the Burj Khalifa, a skyscraper so iconic and record-breaking that it has become synonymous with Dubai itself. At 828 meters tall, it's not just the tallest building in the Middle East or the tallest in the world. It's in a category of its own, standing close to 200 meters taller than its nearest competitor. The Burj Khalifa's story begins in the early 2000s when Dubai was in the midst of an unprecedented building boom. The city's ruler, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, had a vision to transform Dubai from a regional trading hub into a global city that could compete with New York, London, and Hong Kong. Central to this vision was creating something that had never been done before, the world's tallest building by a significant margin. Emaar Properties, Dubai's largest real estate developer, took on the challenge. They hired Skidmore, Owings & Merrill, the legendary architecture firm behind many of the world's tallest buildings, to design something truly extraordinary. The chief architect, Adrian Smith, created a design inspired by Islamic architecture, particularly the geometric patterns found in regional mosques and the spiral minaret form. The building's Y-shaped floor plan was both aesthetic and functional, reducing wind forces on the tower while maximizing views and interior space. Construction began in 2004, and from the start, it was clear this would be a record-breaking project in every sense. The foundation required a massive reinforced concrete mat supported by 192 piles buried more than 50 meters deep into the ground. Over 45,000 cubic meters of concrete were used just for the foundation, and this was only the beginning. As the tower rose, it set construction records almost monthly. The concrete was pumped to higher elevations than ever before achieved. Special high-performance concrete was developed that could withstand the pressure and environmental conditions. At peak construction, over 12,000 workers from around the world worked on the site, proceeding 24 hours a day. The logistics of moving materials, workers, and equipment to ever-increasing heights presented constant challenges that required innovative solutions. The tower topped out in 2009 at 828 meters, more than 160 floors reaching into the sky. This was significantly taller than early announcements had suggested. The developers had deliberately kept the final height secret to prevent competitors from attempting to exceed it before construction was complete. When the building officially opened in January 2010, it didn't just break the record for world's tallest building, it shattered it, exceeding the previous record holder, Taipei 101, by over 300 meters. But Burj Khalifa holds many other records besides height. It has the most stories of any building, 163 floors, though the highest occupied floor is 154. It has the world's highest observation deck, 555 meters on the 148th floor. It features the world's longest travel distance elevators. The building's exterior required over 26,000 glass panels, each hand-cut and individually installed. The LED lighting system uses over 120,000 watts and can create stunning displays visible across Dubai. Inside, the tower is a mixed-use development on an unprecedented scale. The lower floors contain a luxury hotel operated by Armani, marking the fashion brand's first hotel venture. Corporate office space occupies the middle sections, attracting major international companies that want a prestigious Dubai address. Residential apartments fill floors 44 through 108, ranging from one-bedroom units to multi-floor penthouses. The 122nd floor houses a restaurant and observation deck, while the very highest floors contain communications equipment. The residences in Burj Khalifa were among the most sought-after properties in the world when they went on sale. Buyers included celebrities, business magnates, and royalty from around the globe. The views from these apartments are simply unmatched. On a clear day, Residents can see over 80 kilometers in every direction. Watching sunrise or sunset from such heights is an experience that defies description. The building's impact on Dubai has been transformative. It anchored the development of downtown Dubai, a massive mixed-use district that includes the Dubai Mall, one of the world's largest shopping centers, hotels, restaurants, and entertainment venues. The fountain show at the tower's base has become one of Dubai's most popular free attractions, with choreographed water displays set to music occurring every evening. Burj Khalifa's construction cost was reported to be around $1.5 billion, though some estimates suggest the total investment, including surrounding infrastructure, may have exceeded $4 billion. Despite this enormous cost, the tower has been incredibly successful commercially. The observation decks alone generate significant revenue, welcoming millions of visitors each year who pay premium prices to ascend to the top. The residential and commercial spaces command premium rents and sale prices. The tower has more than justified its cost through both direct returns and the immeasurable value of putting Dubai on the global map. The engineering behind Burj Khalifa influenced skyscraper design worldwide. Its bundled tube structural system, which uses a central reinforced concrete core surrounded by a hexagonal pattern of structural elements, has been adapted for numerous subsequent tall buildings. The way it addresses wind loads, through its setbacks that create different tower widths at different heights, provided solutions that other super tall projects have studied and implemented. Maintaining a building of this scale presents unique challenges. A dedicated team of workers is employed full-time just for cleaning the exterior glass, a task that takes months to complete from top to bottom. The building has its own sophisticated climate control system that accounts for the significant temperature differences between ground level and the top floors. High-speed elevators travel at 10 meters per second, yet the building has multiple elevator banks to reduce wait times. For visitors, going to the top of Burj Khalifa is almost a spiritual experience. The elevator ride takes about a minute, during which a video display shows you passing other famous buildings at their heights, demonstrating just how much taller Burj Khalifa truly is. When the doors open at the observation deck, the view is breathtaking. The city sprawls below in every direction, with the desert visible in the distance and the Persian Gulf glittering on the horizon. Burj Khalifa has appeared in countless films, TV shows, and photographs. It was featured prominently in Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol, where Tom Cruise performed stunts on the exterior of the building. It's become an instantly recognizable symbol of Dubai and modern architectural achievement, much like the Eiffel Tower represents Paris or the Empire State Building represents New York. Now, more than a decade after opening, Burj Khalifa remains the world's tallest building. While other projects have been announced that claim they will exceed its height, none have yet been completed. The tower stands as both a testament to human ambition and engineering capability, and as a symbol of Dubai's transformation from a desert trading post to a global metropolis in just a few decades. But Burj Khalifa's throne is under real threat. The Arab world is mounting a fierce challenge, and it won't be long before the 1,000-meter barrier is breached. It all begins with a skyscraper that's being brought back from the dead. The crown jewel of future super-tall skyscrapers, and quite possibly the building that will finally break the 1-kilometer barrier, is the Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia. Originally known as Kingdom Tower, this ambitious project has captured imaginations worldwide with its goal to reach at least 1,000 meters into the sky and possibly even higher. Jeddah Tower was announced in 2011 at the height of the global race to build ever taller skyscrapers. Saudi Arabia, despite being one of the wealthiest nations in the Middle East, had never competed seriously in this race. The Jeddah Tower was conceived to change that, positioning Saudi Arabia alongside the United Arab Emirates as a center of architectural ambition and achievement. The project is being developed by Jeddah Economic Company, a consortium that includes Prince Al Walid bin Talal, one of Saudi Arabia's wealthiest and most influential business people. The tower is the centerpiece of Jeddah Economic City, a planned development along the Red Sea coast that will eventually include residences, hotels, offices, and entertainment districts covering several square kilometers. The tower isn't just a building, It's meant to be the anchor for an entirely new urban district that will transform Jeddah's northern coastline. Design work was awarded to Adrian Smith, the same architect who designed the Burj Khalifa for Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. After leaving SOM, Smith founded his own firm, Adrian Smith plus Gordon Gill Architecture, and Jeddah Tower became their first major commission. The design features a sleek aerodynamic form that tapers as it rises, with a triangular footprint that helps reduce wind loads. The tower's shape is said to be inspired by the bundled fronds of desert plants, creating a form that's both elegant and inherently suited to its environment. Construction officially began in April 2013 with a groundbreaking ceremony attended by Prince Al Walid and other Saudi officials. The early work focused on the foundation, which required extraordinary engineering. The tower sits on land reclaimed from the Red Sea, which presented challenges related to soil stability and the need to protect against saltwater infiltration. Deep pilings were driven into the bedrock, and massive amounts of concrete were poured to create a foundation capable of supporting what would become the world's tallest structure. Progress in the early years was steady. By 2014, the foundation was complete and above-ground construction had begun. The tower started rising from the ground, and excitement built as it became clear that this wasn't just another announced project that might never materialize. It was actually happening. By 2017, the tower had reached a height of about 63 floors, or roughly 252 meters, about a quarter of its planned height. Then, in 2017, construction abruptly stopped. The Saudi Arabian purge of 2017, in which Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman ordered the detention of numerous princes, ministers, and business people on corruption charges, directly impacted the project. Prince Al Walid was among those detained, and his business interests, including Jeddah Tower, were thrown into uncertainty. The construction site fell silent, with cranes frozen in place and workers departing. For several years, the tower sat incomplete and seemingly abandoned. The partially built structure became a symbol of the risks inherent in megaprojects that depend on the fortunes of wealthy individuals and the political stability of nations. Observers debated whether construction would ever resume, with some arguing the project was effectively dead. However, the story didn't end there. Prince Al Walid was released in 2018 after reaching a financial settlement with the Saudi government. In subsequent years, there were periodic announcements that construction would resume, though these were repeatedly delayed. Various factors contributed to the delays: resolving ownership and financing issues, the COVID-19 pandemic's impact on construction sectors worldwide, and Saudi Arabia's broader economic focus on the massive Neom project and other initiatives under Vision 2030. The hiatus finally ended in 2024 when credible reports emerged that Jeddah Economic Company had secured new financing and was conducting extensive structural assessments of the existing tower. Engineering teams evaluated whether nearly 7 years of exposure had compromised the structure's integrity. The good news was that the reinforced concrete core had weathered the hiatus better than feared, though extensive remediation work would be necessary before construction could resume. By late 2024 and into 2025, there were concrete signs of renewed activity at the construction site. New equipment began appearing, site offices were re-established, and contractors were brought back to prepare for a construction restart. In early 2025, Jeddah Economic Company officially announced that construction would resume in the second half of 2025, with completion targeted for 2030, a timeline that would align with the conclusion of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 initiative. As we move through 2026, preparatory work is underway. The existing structure is being assessed floor by floor, with repairs made to any concrete that has degraded. The construction plans have been updated to incorporate nearly a decade of advances in building technology and materials. New safety systems, more efficient mechanical systems, and improved curtain wall technology will be integrated into the remaining construction. Jeddah Tower, that remained the ultimate almost in the world of super tall skyscrapers for a decade, is all set to become the first building to pierce the kilometer mark. Whether it succeeds or becomes a cautionary tale about the risks of mega projects will be determined in the years ahead. But one thing is certain: if Jeddah Tower tops out at 1,000 meters or beyond, it will be one of the most significant architectural moments of the 21st century. The Jeddah Tower looks set to take the crown for the tallest skyscraper in the world. However, it may not be the only one to break the 1-kilometer barrier. Over the next few years, 2 more skyscrapers in the Middle East might join the exclusive club. More on that later, as we take a look at the tallest standing buildings in Arabia. Egypt is famous for its gigantic pyramids, the all-powerful pharaohs, and thousands of years of ancient history. But modern Egypt is proving just as iconic with Africa's newest and tallest skyscraper. The 385-meter-tall iconic tower stands as the centerpiece of Egypt's new administrative capital, a massive urban development located 50 kilometers east of Cairo. The project was born out of necessity. Cairo's population had grown so large that congestion and infrastructure strain became major concerns for the government. Egyptian officials made the bold decision to build an entirely new administrative center from the ground up. The iconic tower's design pays homage to Egypt's legendary past while embracing cutting-edge modern construction. The tower's form is directly inspired by pharaonic monuments, with clean lines and geometric precision that echo the timeless design principles of ancient Egyptian architecture. The exterior features a striking glass facade that reflects the desert sun, while the internal structure relies on reinforced concrete to provide stability in the region's climate. Construction began in May 2018 with massive foundation work that would support the tower's immense weight. A Chinese construction firm took on the challenge, working in partnership with Egyptian engineers and laborers. The project moved at an impressive pace. By July 2021, the tower had structurally topped out. This meant all 80-plus floors had been completed and the building had reached its full height. The iconic tower absolutely dwarfs Africa's previous tallest building, the Leonardo in Johannesburg, and stands more than twice as tall as the historic Cairo Tower. When the tower opened in 2022, it immediately became a symbol of Egypt's ambitions for the 21st century. The building serves multiple purposes within the new capital. Government offices occupy a significant portion of the tower, but the iconic tower isn't just about bureaucracy. The upper floors feature luxury residences with panoramic views of the surrounding desert landscape, while observation decks allow visitors to see for miles in every direction. The Egyptian government funded the majority of the project, viewing it as a strategic investment in the country's future. The new administrative capital as a whole represents one of the largest urban development projects currently underway anywhere in the world, with an estimated cost exceeding $60 billion. The iconic tower, as the crown jewel of this development, sits just outside the top 10 tallest buildings in the region as we move to Kuwait for the first building to breach the 400-meter mark. Kuwait might be small in size, but it thinks big when it comes to architecture. The Hamra Tower in Kuwait City proves this point perfectly. At 413 meters tall, it's not only the tallest building in Kuwait, but also one of the most uniquely designed skyscrapers in the world. What makes Hamra Tower truly stand out is its distinctive shape. Unlike the typical rectangular or cylindrical forms that dominate most city skylines, Hamra Tower features a dramatic curved design with a massive carved-out section on its south face. This isn't just an aesthetic choice. The carved section serves a crucial functional purpose. Kuwait experiences intense desert heat, and by removing the south-facing portion of the building, the architects significantly reduced solar heat gain and the building's cooling requirements. It's a brilliant example of form following function while creating something visually spectacular. The tower's design was conceived by the renowned architectural firm Skidmore, Owings and Merrill, the same company behind many of the world's most famous super-tall buildings. They worked closely with Kuwaiti developers to create something that would become an instant landmark. The result is a tower that appears to twist and flow upward with a limestone and glass exterior that catches the light in constantly changing ways throughout the day. Construction on Hamra Tower began in 2005, but this wasn't a quick project. Building a structure this tall and complex in Kuwait's harsh climate presented numerous challenges. Summer temperatures regularly exceed 50 degrees Celsius, making construction work difficult and requiring special concrete mixes and construction techniques. The foundation alone required extraordinary engineering, deep piles driven far into the ground to ensure stability in the sandy soil conditions common to the region. The tower finally topped out in 2009 and opened to the public in 2011, making it one of the first super-tall skyscrapers completed in the Middle East after the 2008 global financial crisis. The timing was significant. Many ambitious projects across the region had been delayed or canceled during the economic downturn, but Al Hamra Tower pushed through to completion. Inside, the tower houses a mix of uses spread across 80 floors. The lower levels contain a luxury shopping mall and restaurants, creating a vibrant ground-level experience. Office space occupies the middle floors, attracting major corporations and financial institutions. A five-star hotel fills some of the upper levels, while luxury apartments crown the tower, offering residents some of the most exclusive addresses in Kuwait. At the time of its completion in 2011, the world's tallest sculpted tower had a total construction cost of close to $1 billion. The Al Hamra Tower held the title of world's tallest carved concrete skyscraper for several years after its completion, and it remains the tallest building with this type of architectural feature. The building has become so iconic that it's now featured on Kuwaiti currency and is instantly recognizable as a symbol of the nation's prosperity and forward-thinking approach to development. For visitors to Kuwait City, the tower dominates the waterfront skyline and serves as a navigational landmark visible from almost anywhere in the city. At night, subtle lighting highlights the tower's unique curves, creating a stunning visual. Just a year after opening, Al Hamra Tower was surpassed in height when Dubai added yet another skyscraper to its rapidly developing skyline. Dubai's Marina district has become home to some of the world's most impressive residential skyscrapers, and for several years, the Princess Tower held the crown as the absolute tallest of them all. Rising to 414 meters across 101 floors, Princess Tower claimed the record as the world's tallest residential building when it was completed in 2012. It held this title for 4 years until it was surpassed by another residential tower in the same neighborhood, a testament to Dubai's relentless push to build higher and more luxurious with each new project. The tower's design is sleek and modern, with a cylindrical form that maximizes the number of units with coveted water views of the Arabian Gulf. The exterior features alternating bands of glass and white panels, giving the building a distinctive appearance that stands out even in Dubai Marina's crowded skyline. The tower tapers slightly as it rises, which not only creates visual interest but also helps with wind resistance at such extreme heights. Princess Tower was developed by Tamir Holding Investment, a Dubai-based company that specializes in luxury real estate. The project was announced in 2005 during the height of Dubai's pre-financial crisis building boom. Construction began in 2006, and remarkably, the tower was completed and ready for occupancy by 2012, just 6 years from start to finish, which is impressively fast for a building of this height and complexity. The tower contains 763 residential units ranging from studio apartments to 4-bedroom penthouses. Every unit was designed with luxury in mind, featuring high-end finishes, floor-to-ceiling windows, and spacious balconies. The penthouses at the top of the tower are particularly spectacular, with double-height ceilings and wraparound terraces offering 360-degree views of the Marina, the Palm Jumeirah, and the Arabian Gulf. With a construction cost of approximately $2.17 billion, it is no surprise that residents of Princess Tower enjoy access to extensive amenities spread across multiple levels. There's a state-of-the-art fitness center, swimming pools, steam rooms, and saunas. Children have dedicated play areas, while adults can use the business center or relax in landscaped gardens at the podium level. The building also features 24-hour security and concierge services, meeting the expectations of its wealthy international residents. The tower's location in Dubai Marina is a major selling point. The Marina is one of Dubai's most desirable neighborhoods, with a vibrant waterfront promenade lined with restaurants, cafes, and shops. Residents can walk to the beach, take boat tours from the marina, or simply enjoy the lively atmosphere of this purpose-built community that didn't even exist 20 years ago. One interesting aspect of Princess Tower's story is how it represents a specific moment in Dubai's development. The building was conceived during the boom years when it seemed like Dubai's growth would never slow down. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, many similar projects were delayed or canceled, but Princess Tower's construction continued. The developers pushed forward, and their bet paid off. By the time the tower was completed, Dubai's real estate market was recovering, and there was strong demand for luxury residential space. Living in Princess Tower comes with a hefty price tag. Units have sold for millions of dollars, with penthouse prices reaching into the tens of millions. Even though Princess Tower remains one of Dubai Marina's most recognizable landmarks, it has since been surpassed in height just a few blocks away. Dubai Marina's skyline just keeps getting more impressive, and Marina 101 is another perfect example of the neighborhood's vertical ambitions. At 425 meters tall across 101 floors, this residential tower briefly competed for the title of world's tallest residential building. Marina 101 was developed by Sheffield Holdings, a Dubai-based property developer known for ambitious projects. The tower was designed to be a statement piece, not just tall, but architecturally distinctive, with a twisted form that makes it stand out even in a forest of super tall buildings. The twisting design isn't purely aesthetic. It helps reduce wind loads on the building and creates unique floor plates that vary as you move up the tower. Construction began in 2006 during Dubai's unprecedented building boom. The project was extremely ambitious from the start, with plans for over 500 luxury apartments and penthouses. The foundation work alone was a massive undertaking, requiring deep pilings to ensure stability in Dubai's sandy soil conditions. The tower's structural system uses reinforced concrete with an innovative design that allows for the dramatic twist while maintaining structural integrity at extreme heights. However, Marina 101's journey to completion was anything but smooth. The 2008 global financial crisis hit Dubai's real estate market particularly hard, and Marina 101 was one of many projects that faced serious delays. Construction slowed dramatically and eventually stopped entirely for a period as financing issues were resolved and market conditions stabilized. The tower sat partially completed for several years, its skeleton rising above Dubai Marina as a reminder of the boom and bust cycle that had gripped the city. During this time, there was genuine uncertainty about whether the project would ever be finished. Some observers speculated it might be abandoned entirely, but the developers remained committed to seeing it through. Construction finally resumed in earnest in 2013 as Dubai's economy recovered and confidence returned to the real estate market. Work proceeded at a much faster pace during this second phase, and the tower finally topped out in 2015. However, finishing work on the interior and amenities took additional time, and Marina 101 didn't officially open until 2017, a full 11 years after construction first began. Despite the delays, the finished product is impressive. Marina 101 offers residents some of the most luxurious living spaces in Dubai. The apartments feature premium finishes, smart home technology, and expansive windows that take full advantage of the tower's height. The building's twist means that no two floor plans are exactly identical, giving each residence a unique character. The amenities in Marina 101 are extensive. There are multiple swimming pools, including an infinity pool with stunning marina views. The fitness facilities are state-of-the-art, with separate areas for cardio, weights, and group fitness classes. There's also a spa, kids' play areas, and beautifully landscaped podium gardens. For entertaining, residents can use private lounges and dining areas, while a business center provides space for those who work from home. One unique feature of Marina 101 is its rooftop observation deck, one of the highest in Dubai Marina. While not open to the public, residents and their guests can access this space to enjoy unparalleled views of the entire Marina district, the Palm Jumeirah, and the Arabian Gulf stretching to the horizon. The tower's location is prime real estate. Dubai Marina is one of the city's most successful master-planned communities, with a kilometer-long waterfront promenade that's lined with restaurants, cafes, and retail shops. The Marina Walk has become one of Dubai's most popular social destinations, where residents and tourists alike come to dine, shop, and enjoy the waterfront atmosphere. Marina 101's completion in 2017 marked an important milestone for Dubai's real estate market. It proved that even projects facing severe setbacks during the financial crisis could be successfully completed and find buyers in a recovered market. Today, apartments in Marina 101 command premium prices, with larger units selling for several $1 million. What began as a boom-time project that faced near abandonment ultimately became another jewel in Dubai Marina's crown, adding to the concentration of super-tall residential buildings that make this neighborhood unique in the world. However, the next skyscraper on our list will blow away Marina 101, with a height difference of over 100 meters. Burj Binghatti is a record-setting hyper tower under construction in Dubai's Business Bay. It is projected to be one of the world's tallest residential buildings, rising over 100 floors and a minimum height of 557 meters. The project is a collaboration between Binghatti Developers, one of Dubai's most innovative property companies, and Jacob & Co., the legendary luxury watch manufacturer known for creating some of the world's most complicated and expensive timepieces. This partnership might seem unusual at first, but it makes perfect sense in Dubai's luxury market, where the ultra-wealthy seek unique properties that make a statement. The tower's design is directly inspired by Jacob & Co.'s intricate watch movements and jewelry designs. The facade incorporates geometric patterns and precious metal finishes that echo the craftsmanship of fine watchmaking. The building's crown features a design element that resembles a luxury watch's bezel, while the overall form suggests the elegant curves of high-end jewelry. Its architecture is wearable art translated into a residential tower. Construction is currently underway in Business Bay, one of Dubai's premier business and residential districts. The location was chosen strategically. Business Bay sits along the Dubai Water Canal and offers stunning views of the Burj Khalifa and downtown Dubai. It's a neighborhood that has rapidly transformed from a primarily commercial area into a mixed-use district with increasingly impressive residential towers. The residences themselves are designed to match the exclusivity of the building's exterior. Each unit will feature custom finishes, smart home technology, and details inspired by luxury watchmaking. Some residences will include display cases specifically designed to showcase watch collections, acknowledging that many buyers will be serious collectors. The penthouses will feature private elevators, spa-like bathrooms, and terraces with outdoor kitchens. What's particularly innovative about this project is how it integrates the Jacob & Co. brand throughout the building. There will be a Jacob & Co. boutique in the tower, where residents and visitors can view and purchase the brand's latest creations. Private viewing rooms will allow serious collectors to examine pieces in a secure, luxurious environment. There's even discussion of creating a watchmaking atelier within the tower where craftsmen can work and residents can watch intricate movements being assembled. The amenities in Burj Binghatti, Jacob & Co. residences aim to match the building's luxurious positioning. Multiple pools will offer different experiences: an infinity edge pool for swimming, a social pool for gathering, and a quiet pool for relaxation. Security and privacy are paramount in a building targeting ultra-high net worth individuals. The tower will feature advanced security systems, private residential elevators that only access specific floors, and a discrete entrance separate from the retail and amenity areas. Concierge staff will be trained to the highest standards of service, essentially providing 5-star hotel service to residents. The project is expected to be completed in 2026, and pre-sales have been strong despite premium pricing. This reflects Dubai's continued appeal to wealthy international buyers who see the city as both an investment opportunity and a luxurious place to live or maintain a residence. Burj Binghatti, Jacob & Co. Residences represents something beyond just another luxury tower. It's an experiment in branded real estate where a high-end consumer brand lends its identity and philosophy to a residential development. If successful, it could inspire similar collaborations between luxury brands and developers, creating buildings that are as much about identity and lifestyle as they are about location and square footage. In a city known for pushing boundaries, this tower pushes into entirely new territory, architecture that you can almost imagine strapping to your wrist. But now, we move to another part of the Arabian desert, with the first mega-tall building on our list. Some skyscrapers define their cities through height, others through design, but the Abraj Al Bait clock tower in Mecca has achieved something even more remarkable. It has become one of the most religiously and culturally significant buildings in the Islamic world. Standing 601 meters tall, the clock tower is part of the Abraj Al Bait complex, a massive development directly adjacent to Masjid al-Haram, Islam's holiest mosque which houses the Kaaba. The tower was built with a singular purpose: to serve the millions of pilgrims who travel to Mecca each year for Hajj and Umrah. Everything about its design, location, and function is oriented towards supporting these religious journeys. The most distinctive feature of the clock tower is, of course, its massive clock face. At 43 meters in diameter, it's the largest clock face in the world, dwarfing even London's Big Ben. The clock is visible from 25 kilometers away and serves as a beacon for pilgrims navigating Mecca. The clock displays time based on Mecca time, which some Islamic scholars propose should be the standard time for the Muslim world, similar to how Greenwich Mean Time serves as a global reference. The clock itself is a marvel of engineering. It's backlit by over 2 million LED lights, making it visible day and night. During prayer times, the clock's lights display as green, while for other parts of the day, they shine white. The clock also features the world's largest and highest sound system, broadcasting the adhan, call to prayer, that can be heard throughout Mecca. When the call echoes across the city from this height, it's a powerful reminder of Mecca's spiritual significance. Construction of the clock tower began in 2004, but the site's history is controversial. To make room for the Abraj Al Bait complex, the Saudi government demolished the historic Ajad Fortress, an 18th century Ottoman fort that had overlooked the mosque for over 200 years. This decision was heavily criticized by historians and preservationists who argued that Mecca was losing irreplaceable historical structures in the name of modernization. Saudi officials defended the decision by pointing to the desperate need for accommodation for pilgrims, whose numbers grow every year. The complex was developed by the Saudi Bin Laden Group, one of the Middle East's largest construction companies. Building so close to Masjid al-Haram presented unique challenges. Construction had to minimize disruption to pilgrims and worship, while the scale of the project required moving massive amounts of materials through Mecca's crowded streets. The tower was finally completed in 2012, taking 8 years from start to finish. The Abraj Al Bait complex includes 7 towers in total, with the clock tower as the centerpiece. Together, they house a 5-star hotel with thousands of rooms, residential apartments, a massive shopping mall, and a prayer hall that can accommodate tens of thousands of worshippers. The hotel specifically caters to wealthy pilgrims who want to stay as close as possible to the mosque. Some rooms have direct views of the Kaaba, making them among the most sought-after accommodations in the Islamic world. Inside the clock tower itself, the lower levels contain commercial space and hotel facilities. The middle sections house luxury apartments owned by wealthy Saudis and international Muslims who want a permanent residence in Mecca. The upper levels contain a museum dedicated to Islamic astronomy and timekeeping, appropriate given the tower's enormous clock. Near the top, there's an observation deck, though access is restricted and primarily used during special occasions. One of the most interesting aspects of the clock tower is its role in trying to establish Mecca as the center of the Islamic world in a tangible, modern way. The clock doesn't just tell time, it represents a statement that Mecca, not Greenwich, should be the prime meridian for Muslims. While this hasn't been universally adopted, the clock tower serves as a permanent reminder of this aspiration. The tower's cost was enormous, Estimates suggest the entire Abraj Al Bait complex cost around $15 billion, making it one of the most expensive buildings ever constructed. The Saudi government viewed this as a necessary investment to accommodate the growing numbers of pilgrims, which have increased from around 2 million per year in the 1990s to over 8 million today during Hajj season alone. From a purely architectural standpoint, the clock tower has been controversial. Some critics argue that its size and modern design overwhelm the historic mosque and disrupt Mecca's traditional character. Others counter that providing for millions of pilgrims requires practical solutions, and the tower serves this function while also creating a new landmark for the city. Regardless of aesthetic debates, the clock tower has become inseparable from Mecca's identity. When Muslims around the world see images of Mecca today, the clock tower is almost always in the frame, its massive clock face marking the time above one of Islam's most sacred spaces. It represents both the challenges and aspirations of serving a global religious community in the 21st century. Next, we move back to Dubai, where another skyscraper is closing the gap with Burj Khalifa. Dubai is preparing to add another mega-tall skyscraper to its already impressive skyline, and this one is coming with ambitious claims. The Burj Azizi, announced in 2024, is planned to reach approximately 725 meters into the sky, which would make it the second tallest building in Dubai and one of the tallest residential towers in the world. The project is being developed by Azizi Developments, a company that has built a strong reputation in Dubai's real estate market over the past 2 decades. Azizi has completed numerous mid-rise and high-rise projects across the city, but Burj Azizi represents the developer's most ambitious undertaking by far. It's a statement project designed to elevate Azizi into the same league as the developers behind Dubai's most iconic towers. The tower will be located along Sheikh Zayed Road, Dubai's main artery that runs the length of the city and is already lined with numerous skyscrapers. The specific location places Burj Azizi in one of Dubai's most connected areas, with easy access to the metro, major highways, and key destinations throughout the city. It's a strategic choice that will make the tower highly visible while ensuring convenience for residents and visitors. Burj Azizi's design has been carefully planned to create multiple revenue streams and experiences within a single tower. The lower floors will house a luxury hotel, bringing an internationally recognized hospitality brand to the project. Above that, several floors will be dedicated to high-end retail and dining, creating a vertical lifestyle destination. The middle and upper sections of the tower will contain residential units, with the very highest floors reserved for exclusive penthouses with unparalleled views of Dubai. One of the most talked about features of Burj Azizi is the planned observation deck at around 700 meters. If completed as planned, this would be one of the highest publicly accessible viewing platforms in the world. The developers have indicated this deck will offer 360-degree views of Dubai, allowing visitors to see from the Palm Jumeirah to the desert beyond the city limits. There's also discussion of including a high-end restaurant at a similar height, which would compete with the famous Atmosphere restaurant in the Burj Khalifa for the title of world's highest restaurant. The project was announced with great fanfare in early 2024, with Azizi Developments chairman emphasizing that Dubai continues to attract incredible demand for luxury real estate despite global economic uncertainties. The company pointed to the city's growing population, its status as a safe haven for international wealth, and the continued influx of high-net-worth individuals as justification for such an ambitious project. Construction timelines announced with the project suggest groundbreaking in 2024, with completion targeted for 2028 or 2029. This would be an aggressive schedule for a building of this height, requiring precise coordination and favorable conditions throughout the construction process. The foundation work alone will be a massive undertaking, requiring deep pilings and extensive structural work to ensure stability for a tower of this height. The residential units in Burj Azizi are being marketed to an international clientele, with particular focus on wealthy buyers from India, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Dubai's tax-free status, luxury lifestyle, and political stability continue to make it attractive to global investors and individuals seeking a second or third residence. The higher floors in a tower like Burj Azizi are especially appealing because they offer bragging rights. Owning an apartment in one of the world's tallest residential towers is a status symbol that money can buy. Pricing details released so far suggest units will start in the millions of dollars, with penthouses likely to command prices exceeding $50 million. For buyers at this level, the exact price is less important than the exclusivity and prestige that comes with the address. Azizi is reportedly offering flexible payment plans and attractive financing to encourage pre-construction sales, a common practice in Dubai's real estate market. One aspect that makes Burj Azizi interesting is the timing. The project was announced during a period of strong real estate performance in Dubai, but at a time when global economic headwinds were causing concern in other markets. The developer's confidence in moving forward reflects a belief that Dubai's specific circumstances, including population growth, tourism recovery, and continued attraction of international wealth, will sustain demand even if other markets soften. Whether Burj Azizi ultimately becomes everything it promises remains to be seen. Dubai has a mixed track record with announced megaprojects. Some have exceeded expectations, while others have faced delays or reduced scope. The next few years will reveal whether Burj Azizi joins the ranks of Dubai's most iconic towers or becomes another ambitious proposal that doesn't quite materialize as originally envisioned. What's certain is that, if completed as planned, Burj Azizi will significantly impact Dubai's skyline and add another impressive data point to the city's collection of record-breaking buildings. But with Burj Azizi yet to mount a challenge, we move to the final two skyscrapers that may well join the Jeddah Tower in the exclusive 1 kilometer club. The destination for the first proposed skyscraper to rise beyond 1,000 meters in the sky is Kuwait. Burj Mubarak Al Kabir will stand at a height of 1,001 meters as a reference to the classic Middle Eastern folktale, 1001 Arabian Nights. Designed by architect Santiago Calatrava to feature 234 floors, the skyscraper will be the centerpiece of the $80 billion development Madinat Al Harir, or the City of Silk. This massive development represents one of the most ambitious urban projects ever proposed in the Middle East, with an estimated total investment of $86 billion. The city is envisioned as a complete urban center that will include residential areas, commercial districts, entertainment venues, and cultural facilities spread across a vast area north of Kuwait City. Burj Mubarak Al Kabir would serve as the iconic landmark anchoring this entire development. The design consists of 3 interlocked towers that will provide support against 200 km/h winds. Each of the 3 towers, built like blades, will twist 45 degrees for strength and then expand at the top, giving the skyscraper more usable space near the top as compared to other megatall structures. The twist also means that the tower's appearance changes dramatically depending on the viewing angle, creating a dynamic presence on Kuwait's skyline. The building was proposed initially in 2007, but the construction on the tower is yet to start. However, the administrators maintain that the tower will be an important part of Kuwait Vision 2035. The Madinat Al Harir development itself faced numerous challenges beyond just financing. The project required extensive infrastructure development, including roads, utilities, and public transportation systems to serve what would essentially be a new city. Environmental assessments needed to be conducted, particularly regarding the project's impact on Kuwait's desert ecosystem and water resources. Planning a development of this scale also required coordination across multiple government ministries and private sector partners, adding layers of complexity. While aimed at supporting economic diversification, the construction timeline is ambitious, with some reports citing a 25-year development period. The reality is that Burj Mubarak Al Kabir faces an uncertain future. Nearly 2 decades after its initial proposal, the tower remains unbuilt, and questions persist about whether Kuwait has the political will and economic conditions necessary to pursue such an ambitious project. It is one of the 3 future skyscrapers in the Middle East that will soar over 1 kilometer into the sky. However, it will be surpassed by the other two super tall structures in Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Dubai isn't content with just having the world's tallest building. The city wants to keep that title for the foreseeable future. Enter the Dubai Creek Tower, a project so ambitious that its exact final height remains a closely guarded secret, revealed only as at least 1,300 meters. The tower was announced in 2016 by Emaar Properties, the same developer behind the Burj Khalifa. The announcement came at the perfect moment, just as it seemed like other countries might challenge Dubai's height supremacy. Saudi Arabia's Jeddah Tower had been under construction since 2013, with plans to exceed 1,000 meters. Dubai's response was to plan something even taller, ensuring the city would maintain its position at the pinnacle of super-tall architecture. What makes Dubai Creek Tower particularly interesting is that it's not technically a building in the traditional sense. It's classified as a tower, and its function is quite different from the Burj Khalifa. Rather than housing residences, offices, and hotels across dozens of occupied floors, Dubai Creek Tower is designed primarily as an observation and entertainment destination. The structure will have fewer than 20 floors, with most of its height consisting of a slender spire reaching into the sky. The design was created by Santiago Calatrava, the renowned Spanish architect and engineer known for his distinctive organic forms that often incorporate elements inspired by nature. Calatrava's vision for Dubai Creek Tower draws inspiration from the lily flower and Islamic architecture, creating a shape that's both elegant and structurally efficient. The tower's form tapers as it rises, with a bulb-shaped section near the base that houses the observation decks and other public spaces. The tower is planned as the centerpiece of Dubai Creek Harbor, a massive new development along Dubai Creek. This project represents one of Dubai's most ambitious urban planning initiatives, creating an entirely new district that will eventually house hundreds of thousands of residents. The Creek Tower will serve as both a landmark for this district and a tourist attraction that draws visitors from around the world. Construction began in 2016 with great fanfare. Dubai's ruler attended the groundbreaking ceremony, and early progress was rapid. The foundation work required unprecedented engineering, with massive reinforced concrete structures extending deep into the ground to support what would be one of the tallest structures ever built. The tower's structural system relies on a central reinforced concrete core with a steel cable system providing additional support, similar to the design used for some of the world's tallest telecommunications towers. However, in 2018, construction abruptly halted. The developer announced a pause to reassess the project, citing a need to evaluate engineering and design details. In reality, several factors contributed to the decision. The global economic environment had become more uncertain, raising questions about the timing of such a massive investment. Additionally, Saudi Arabia's Jeddah Tower had also stopped construction due to financial and political issues, reducing the competitive pressure that partly motivated Dubai Creek Tower's announcement. As of now, the tower remains on hold with no official restart date announced. The site sits partially developed, with foundation work complete but little above-ground progress visible. Emaar has continued to insist that the project will resume and be completed, but hasn't provided concrete timelines. Some observers question whether the tower will ever be finished as originally planned, while others argue that Dubai's track record of completing ambitious projects suggests it will eventually happen. The planned features of Dubai Creek Tower, if completed, would be extraordinary. The main observation deck would be at around 1,000 meters, higher than any other publicly accessible viewing platform in the world. From this height, visitors would be able to see the entire Dubai metropolitan area, with the Burj Khalifa appearing small in the distance. On exceptionally clear days, visibility could extend more than 100 kilometers. Beyond the observation decks, the tower's design includes gardens at various heights, creating green spaces in the sky. There would be restaurants and cafes offering dining experiences at unprecedented altitudes. The tower's pinnacle would feature LED lighting that could create spectacular displays visible across Dubai, potentially becoming a nightly show similar to the Burj Khalifa's fountain display. The engineering challenges of building to such heights are immense. Wind loads at 1,300 meters are far greater than at 800 meters, requiring structural solutions that push the boundaries of current technology. Elevators would need to travel unprecedented distances, requiring either multiple transfer points or advances in elevator technology. Whether such an investment makes financial sense depends on its ability to attract tourists and enhance the value of the surrounding real estate. Calculation that Dubai's developers have generally proven adept at making. The tower's role in Dubai's broader vision cannot be understated. Dubai has built its modern identity partly on having world-class, record-breaking projects. The Burj Khalifa put Dubai on the global map in a way that few other developments could. If Dubai Creek Tower is completed as planned, it would reaffirm Dubai's position as a city willing to pursue seemingly impossible projects and see them through to completion. For now, Dubai Creek Tower remains a promise rather than a reality, a symbol of ambition waiting for the right moment to resume its climb toward the clouds. Which of these incredible skyscrapers impressed you the most? Would you want to live in one of these towers or visit their observation decks? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more content about the world's most amazing architecture and engineering projects. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.